next generation of virtual reality.
And this is my real hand. I can move it any way I want.
Prototype software for Uber's self-driving cars.
We now have all this data. Now we just tell the car what to do.
The blueprints for a space-age suborbital cargo transport system.
I barely got this design approved from Lockheed Martin in 2015.
In fact, at just 20 years old, Iddris Sandhu has contracts to develop technology with everyone from Apple computers to Snapchat. The astounding result of a sparkling intellect, a potential which otherwise might never have been realized.
Joining the club in 2009, 2010 was probably one of the most important decisions of my life. Throughout the years, the Boys and Girls Club was like, I can't even begin to, express how important that was for me. Everything was catastrophic at that time.
Iddris was raised on the mean streets of Harbor City, a neighborhood infamous for children caught in gang crossfire. Children like 14-year-old Cheryl Green, killed December 2006 by a wayward bullet.
Growing up, it was very difficult for me. There was racism, there was drugs, there was, violence, no love support from my father. I was essentially abused for being smart. I would use trash bags or I would use newspapers to cover my books so no one actually knew what the contents were. Yeah, so this is a spot. I remember walking home from school one day, in this little corner right here, and this dude shoved me down and said, "Oh, so you think you're better than us? You think, just because you're smart, you're better than us?" I just started going to the library, reading, collecting all this knowledge. And then one day, I remember there was this tall Caucasian kid that came up to me, and he snatched the Java book out of my hand and said I shouldn't be reading it. That wasn't meant for people of my color.
There was a real bad gang problem going on. Every day I used to hear shooting. Every day. Between the hours of 3 and 6. Every day. That's when kids are in danger. To bring them here, you're in a safe environment where they can get food, where they can get tutoring help, where they can work on the computers.
There even came a point where I was technically homeless because my dad kicked me out of the house, and this club, I slept here for like 2 days.
This is where Iddris wrote the computer app that launched his career with Apple.
And then Apple decided to launch something called CarPlay. Using that and now my skill from Google, I was able to apply to Boeing and Raytheon and Northrop Grumman, which I all interned for.
He's not even in college, he's already getting these offers.
You were accepted in MIT?
Correct, I was accepted MIT twice, even before I even graduated high school.
There's no limits to what these kids can learn and what they can do.
The club is not only meant shelter and just motivation, but has had a personal, hand in my life. My true happiness, is being able to create for the masses in a way that benefits humanity, because I get to help make a difference and impact, all while just doing that one thing that brought me to the Boys and Girls Club initially, which is to help.